Hello! Welcome, I'm Brianna A. Mariah, and this is video number 9. So, making plans for a better future. One of the reasons people find it difficult to move on from what's in the back and starting over is that they have no plans for the future. But this won't be you, because throughout this whole process, we've been letting go of what's in the past and moving on to everything that's in the future and being on fire for God. That's what we've been working on through this whole entire video. What's on being fire for God and how to be on fire for God. And that's what we've been working on and through this whole video process. So that will not be you. So we're going to focus on in this video how to keep that concrete and solidify these plans for the future as you start building your life again and staying on fire for God. So we're going to start with building a positive self-image. No one can respect and love you more than you respect and love yourself. Meanwhile, when you don't see yourself as a person who deserves to be treated with value by others, you will subject yourself to ridicule and other unpleasant situations. It can make you stay in an abusive relationship and work a job that does not allow you to reach your full potential. You will live your life pleasing others and meeting their demands. Indeed, there's nothing wrong with pleasing people and meeting their needs. However, you must be able to make demands without feeling that you are asking for too much. For example, you should be able to tell your partner when you are not happy about the way he or she is treating you. Sometimes you will never object even when you are not happy because you are afraid that the person might walk away from the relationship. If that is the case, you are in a relationship that will only strain you and make you regret your actions eventually. Don't let anyone make you feel like a second-class human being. It all begins by seeing yourself in a positive light. When you think about yourself, what do you see? Do you see a failure who should be at the mercy of others, or a legend in the making? You need to build a positive image to recover from your past and start over. So we're going to build positive images because we need to have a positive image while we're on fire for God. That's just how it needs to be. So download the free positive self-image workbook. So you're going to pause this video and you're going to download the free positive self-image workbook so you can have it and build your positive image. So this is the workbook right here. Self-love. You have to protect your peace. Yes, protect your peace. So this is the workbook. So it has 7 pages of self-love, self-positive, self-image, and self-esteem. So you have exercises in here for you to build your self-esteem, and it has each 7 of pages. It will be filled out already for you. Of all the exercises, there's 7 of them. So each of them are already filled out, but then there'll be another page where you'll fill it out yourself. So this is filled out already. It says self-care can be, and it has 6 examples. Then there's another page where you would fill it out yourself. See? Yeah. So the examples here is spending time alone, putting yourself first, asking for what you need, setting boundaries, asking for help, taking a step back. So in this example, then you would do it yourself and fill in your own examples. Then we have this page, note to self: I am amazing, I am capable, I am fierce. So then the next page, you'd fill it out and you would put something like, I am made in the image of God, I am wonderfully and fearfully made. For example, stuff like that. I am a child of God. You would do something like that and write it out. And then we have a self-care menu. And this is just like, just fill these out. Take a few deep breaths. So for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes. Stretch your body for 5 minutes. Listen to your favorite song for 5 minutes. Meditate on your purpose for 15 minutes. Read a chapter of a book for 15 minutes. Journal out your thoughts for 15 minutes. Take a walk outside for 30 minutes. Cook a new recipe for 30 minutes. And then here's a page. You would fill it out yourself, and then you write how many minutes it would take you to do each task. So, yeah. And it just continues. There's just more exercises in here. This is another I am. And it gives you an example, and you would fill it out. And then this is a self-reminder, and you would do one yourself. And then self-care tips. So you would write out your own self-care tips yourself here. Then this is another self-care tips, and this is an example. You would write out your own self-care tips here. And then that's it. That's the end of the seven pages of positive self-image workbook. So yes, go ahead and pause the video and download this. And yeah. So there we go. All right. And let's go into our next topic, which is build self-esteem. So we would build self-esteem. This would be a good tool to build your self-esteem as well. So yeah, you need high self-esteem to have the confidence that is needed to forge ahead after a setback. Note that is not automatic. There are some deliberate steps you need to take to build your self-esteem, like using that workbook that we just talked about. That would help build your self-esteem, especially after it has been shattered by a traumatic accident. The following tips will help you in that regard. Rate yourself. After a setback, it is natural that you start seeing yourself as a failure. However, you need to turn the table around as fast as possible. One of the ways you can rate yourself again is to remind yourself of the previous success you've achieved. Remember that no one is perfect. You made a mistake, so what? You're not the first person to make a mistake in the world, and you will not be the last. In fact, you will still make mistakes. You need to accept your imperfections as a human being and work on them. We all make mistakes, so motivate yourself and start all over again. Next, keep the ball rolling. You cannot afford to be static in life. The best way to build your self-esteem is to get to work immediately after a setback. Of course, there's a place for thinking things through and analyzing why you failed the first time. However, don't dally too much. Once you realize your mistake, correct them and get to work again. Focus on what is changeable. Your self-esteem will remain battered when you keep thinking about them you cannot change, and thinking about things you cannot change. Focus on those areas you can improve and correct. When you keep complaining about things that are beyond you, you will be frustrated. Besides, you will not be confident in your ability to succeed because you feel too many factors are against you. Focus on the fact that God doesn't change. He'll be the same God when you wake up, go to work, go to school, go to the gym, and go to sleep in this life to eternity. Get involved in activities that make you happy It is vital that you generate positive emotions, especially after experiencing an emotional setback. If you like sports, do more of that around that period. Next, set goals. Setting goals give your life a direction and a sense of purpose. You cannot have a better future when you don't have goals you are working to achieve. When you have goals, you have a drive, you are motivated to succeed, and that helps you to keep your mind on the future. Ensure that your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, which are SMART. And remember, we've downloaded the SMART goals workbook earlier in the course. So make sure you've downloaded that and you have that and you're working on that. Any target that does not have these qualities is not realistic and bound to fail. Have long-term and short-term targets in every area of your life. Note that you should not set goals because you want to get back at others. Rather, set targets because you want to fulfill your potentials. So remember, there's the free goal workbook that you can download in this course to get you started on creating new goals that you'll accomplish in your new life in Christ. Next, let's practice journaling. According to Dr. John Grohow, CEO of Psych Central Mental Disorders such as depression and anxieties can be treated with medication, counseling, and journaling. Journaling is becoming more popular in recent times because more people are beginning to realize its numerous benefits. Note that your journal should not contain stories of how people hurt you and disappointed you. Rather, you should leverage it to make plans and improve your performance. The following tips will help you to get the best out of your plan to keep a journal. Focus on where you are in your life right now and your future plans. Stay consistent with it by having a specific part of the day or day of the week you update your journal. Don't censor your thoughts for the first 5 minutes of writing to ensure you pour out how you're feeling at that moment. Be accountable to someone that can ensure that you are consistent with updating your journal. And remember to download the free journal in this course that's available to you. That information will be along with this video. Okay? And next, celebrate every progress. The pressure and demands of life can make you forget how to be happy. However, you should learn to enjoy every bit of your life by celebrating the seemingly little success you have. This culture is particularly important when you are recovering from a major setback and trying to put your life together again. One of the things journaling and meditation should teach you is the practice of gratitude. A particular form of meditation called loving kindness meditation is very crucial in this regard. This form of practice emphasizes thinking about people in your life and how important they are to you. It also involves forgiving yourself and others. Treat every progress in your new journey of starting over as essential. Treat yourself well for every week or month you keep your mind on the present instead of non-present things. The positive energy from this tradition will boost your morale and self-esteem in the long run. You deserve to be celebrated. Do it yourself if no one is doing it yet. Conclusion. Indeed, life can be so cruel and nothing is certain. We all wish to have things go smoothly for us, but it is never the case. Life gives us reasons to cry regardless of our social, economic, or financial status. Even rich, influential, and famous people experience situations that make them feel cursed. The unpredictable nature of life is the reason many people seek magic potions from magicians magicians, aka abominations. However, no magic wand can solve your problems. You have to take more responsibility to make the best out of your life. One of the reasons we struggle to take the next step in life is because we are stuck in the back. Okay? But we're no longer stuck in the back. We're now in the future, and we're now fired up and focused on God now. Okay? So I hope you have learned some useful tips that can help you start over and walk into your new life of Christ. Okay? And be fired up for God. And I hope you have learned some things here and you're back on fire for God and are starting over on a new trajectory today. Don't forget to download the free journal that comes along with this course. Yes, there is a free journal that comes along with this course. Use this journal as an outlet. It has 170 pages for you to journal and get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper. So this is the journal, Christ Gang Journal, and it has 170 pages in it for you to journal. So so that will be with this video as well. So there you go. Also download the free positive self-image workbook for your self-image, self-esteem, all that good stuff, positive self-talk and all of that. And download the goal workbook so you could start setting some goals, and everything else you should have already downloaded so you can be right on the right track of being on fire for God. Start today, and thank you for watching this course. I hope you enjoy this and you're on fire and fired up for God. Stay blessed. Bye.